What's up, everybody? Hopefully you can hear me. Going live right by the lawn care. So, hey, thanks for the 2 thumbs up. We appreciate that with nobody watching. Not yet, anyway. But thumbs this video up, subscribe, and share. Let's talk Trump, hydroxychloroquine, Cavuto, the media, and the Dagestani dream, Habib Nurmagomedov. Okay, why are we lumping these all together? Because they are all supposedly COVID related, right? So the big controversy is that Trump has now said that he is taking hydroxychloroquine. Okay, now I want people to understand something here. I am not telling you that hydroxychloroquine and Z-Pak 100% work in 100% of these cases. Not going to tell you that. No evidence of that, right? In fact, when Cuomo and his people were asked about the hydroxychloroquine, they basically said a dead zero. Now, I'm not saying I believe Cuomo. Want to get that out of the way. There's so many people out there that kind of want to misconstrue what I'm talking about and think that I really have faith in the system. Look, I'm just telling you what's being reported on and how I feel about it. So, Trump has refused to wear a mask everywhere. Great. Don't care about that. I honestly don't think that, staying 6 feet away from people or masks are going to do anything for this. As you have seen, even in New York, the vast majority of new cases are for people that are supposedly self-isolating. And this was the thing that I was trying to explain to people. With so many carriers, right, that are 100% asymptomatic, in any setting, once somebody gets that, and it's a very, very infectious and contagious thing, other people will get it, whether they're in their home alone or not, okay? So the question becomes, does Trump actually think he has it? And that's the cover-up, right? I don't know. But I do know that Neil Cavuto going on TV and telling people it will kill them is ridiculous. Remember that couple that decided that they were going to take the chloroquine tablets that were meant for their fish tank? That's idiocy, folks. That's all that is. He wasn't telling you to take that. Number 2, my biggest issue is the whole thing of how do you want to treat your body? Isn't that your call? Shouldn't you get to decide what gets put on you? And what's really frightening about this is that once you're in this situation, you don't have somebody on your behalf. There is no father, mother, husband, brother, sister that's able to stay by your side and help make decisions for you when maybe you're laid up, maybe you're not in the best state of mind, right? And once you're intubated, 80% chance of death. Now, if you're intubated outside of COVID, you already had a 50% chance of death. You do not want to be on a ventilator. You do not want to be on a ventilator. You do not want to be on a ventilator. But there are those that come off it. Apparently, Habib Nurmagomedov, his father, who was doing very poorly, was put into a medically induced coma, having heart issues, just got taken off the intubator and just got woken up. Now, Habib has said that it is, in fact, COVID related, and he says that many of his extended family in Dagestan not only got severe bouts of this, but some died, okay? Some didn't make it. It's out there. So we get thrown off there for a second. Let's thumbs the video up. So again, it's out there. You can see it. Just type in Khabib and COVID, and you'll see what I'm talking about, right? Here's my problem. The medical system in the United States has been broken for quite some time, and that is why I'm sympathetic to people that want something like Medicare for all, right? Here's the problem. If you go that route, there should still be privatized insurance. And then you would have actual competition to treat people. And if the government, which I don't trust, was treating people right, guess what? The private corporations and those insurance companies would also have to, in turn, treat people right, or it doesn't work. But what do we have now? We have a medical system that is almost impossible to penetrate. I'm finding this out right now in New York, okay? First of all, if you don't have medical insurance in this country now, you're supposed to pay a fine to the IRS. You're a bad, bad person. What does medical insurance get me exactly? a couple visits to the doctor that then does nothing if something's wrong, right? Maybe prescribes me something I don't need, maybe sends me to a specialist. And right now, I have been given the runaround for like 2 weeks until I get to basically an automated message where I leave my name and number and never get a call back. And I know so many people think, hey, well, there's empty hospitals. Yeah, they are empty. For the most part, these hospitals are empty. That's not fake. No one's saying that, oh my God, there are people falling out the windows, et cetera, et cetera. But the situation is very real in New York. And though there are large wings that are empty, the COVID sections are still not empty, guys. They're not. I know that's going to be hard for some people to understand, but you go look again at how small geographically New York City is, Long Island is compared to the rest of the country, and maybe you'll start to get why you're not seeing it everywhere. And again, I said, where would it be the worst? New York City, where the population is like right up next to each other, where there are large apartment buildings, where it's hard not to be in a group. And even Dr. Erickson and his partner in California acknowledged this. This was absolutely something they went over. They said, look, why should we treat ourselves like New York City, where people are on a subway and they're inches apart from each other? The point is this: if I can't even get an appointment with a doctor by calling several hospitals and medical facilities, if I get put not only on hold, but to an automated message to try to find a primary or anybody that will see me, not for what I want, but so that I can get an examination and possibly get a referral. But there may be an examination, another test, wait on that test, then another meeting, then maybe I get what I want, which is just a simple blood test. We already have authoritarian rule and systems set in place that are not there to make you healthy, not there to give you the proper diagnosis, unfortunately, but to string you along and gut you economically. That's sick. That's sick. And if people can't understand that, I don't know what to say. You know, one of the big things that I got into it with Adam Kokesh, who I believe is trying to become the Libertarian Party nominee for president at this point, is at Bilderberg 2012, you know, he said he exposed me as a statist because I believed inherently if somebody got in a car accident and had no insurance and was taken to a hospital, they should try to save that person's life. I'm kooky, right? Worry about money later. Worry about life. There. Nope, still closed. Just love my whole closed area. Everything's just closed, except for the restaurants, and they're barely open, and some of them are going under here. And nobody's ready for the college to go under. I mean, once that happens, it's over for my quaint, small little town, unfortunately. Now, I gotta tell you guys, this has been one of the most frustrating things I've ever been through, because I feel like I should be able to make a call, go in with my money, right? Right here, for instance, is one of the places I've been calling. It's right around the corner from where I am, back to healthcare. As you can see, they got the tents up, right? Yeah, everybody is still like gripped by fear and protocol, number one, but then they complain that other people don't want to come in. Well, other people want to come in. You won't see them. You won't see them. It's bizarre. It's nutty. It's really bad. And if this is happening to me, I can only imagine what's happening to other people out there that aren't gripped by fear. I mean, take a look. This is the sign that you get now, okay? Please stay in your car. If you think you have an upper respiratory illness, call before entering the clinic. Oh no! Oh no! So the fear that's gripping my area, you know, most people are over it. They realize that there hasn't been a massive amount of death here, that the vast majority of people that get this recover, and even a bigger majority that catch it never even know they have it, okay? When do I get to decide what happens to my body? When do I get to decide to go in there and say, you know what, maybe I don't even want a test, I'm just not feeling the best, and I want intravenous vitamin C and steroid treatment? I mean, even if you have the money, sometimes they'll say no. What? what? My brother, who got extremely ill earlier in the winter, went in, love you. My brother, he got sick, thought he had, an upper respiratory infection, something of that nature. And when he went in, he asked for a Z-Pack. Wouldn't give it to him. Wouldn't inject him with antibiotics. You know what the reason they gave him for? They said, well, too many people are using antibiotics and they're being overused, so we don't want to try that with you. He's like, but I've never used them. I've never gotten one. And obviously, antibiotics work, especially for those that haven't ever used them or abused them. If you listen to that Texas woman, the doctor at the rally that I was discussing yesterday, what did she say? Yes, I gave them the patients I thought had it 2 shots of antibiotics. Guess what? They all recovered. When has antibiotics even been on the table for this thing? Huh? Really? Think about that. Isn't that a problem? Shouldn't I be able to say what goes in my body? I thought that's the bill that Trump passed, that people could try anything and new medications. What about the old ones that they want and on paper they can afford, but because we live in a totalitarian society, somebody with a stethoscope and a white coat has to prescribe it for me at a ridiculous rate, right? Just to meet them. It boggles my mind. So one of my big things about this whole COVID-1984 situation is I believe it to be very real, but I obviously don't believe in the lockdown, the draconian measures, and the fact that if you do get sick, you don't have a say over your own body. This is just beyond alarming. So, as a lot of you guys know, I'm going to be hitting the road on June 1st. We're going to go all through the Midwest, stop at some big cities, check out what's the most free right now. What is it? We're definitely going to go, I think, to Ohio. I think Illinois might make the trip. I'm looking into, instead of renting a car, buying a car this week, making sure it's nice and fixed up, and hopefully being able to travel that way so I can stay for a little bit more of an extended period of time. Those are the goals, guys. And as long as they don't take me off of YouTube all the way, I'm hoping to do it 3 to 7 times a day, come back with stuff, let people know what the country's like, interview people on the ground who have reopened their bars and didn't have to, go to inner tubes, who have reopened their restaurants, who have said no to all this. So please consider hitting up the GoFundMe. 5, 10, 15 bucks, it means the world to me. It's how I'm doing it. At noon, in about, I think, a half an hour, I go live for free on Rockfin. My guest is going to be Jackson Fax. Jackson Fax has a Rockfin account as well. And as you know, if you're a premium subscriber, you're getting 5 a week. 5 videos you're not getting on my channel a week. This one's free. So all you have to do is go sign up at Rockfin, follow me. Then at noon, you will get an exclusive live stream interview with Jackson Fax today. Join the crew, join the Burmese Brigade. Jump in the comment section. It won't cost you a thing. If you do want to endorse me, I think it's $9.99 a month. That's how you get all the premium content, and then you get everybody's premium content. So it's like a Netflix for creators, right? And there's MMA guys like Sonnen, Askren, and Fitch on there, and media personalities like Placone, Elwood, Nico House, The Convo Couch, and even Mike Cernovich. So really, there's a lot of variety. And I would encourage you guys, if you want to support me, to also check that out. I absolutely love you, and please come on by at noon. It'll still be up there for free afternoon, but come on by at noon and enjoy the free stream exclusively at Rockfin, ROKFIN.com. See you on the flip side, guys. Thank you.